Hey, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Pete.
and this
This
is
is
a
a
Zenny
Zenny
Saved. What's up, everybody? It's been, I guess, a slow couple months lately, but we're gonna hit you with a news episode. Not a whole lot going on in the review department, but let's get started. Go ahead, jump in.
Is it my lap? My lap jumping in?
Yeah,
We got.
do it.
Okay, we got some news. So, the first bit of news is we're gonna go with two different types of Pokemon news, and that is the new generation of Pokemon is coming out really soon. Sun and Moon is coming out in the next couple of months, and they're in the Alola region, which I keep on reading as Aloha region because it's literally just
Yeah.
Pokemon Hawaii.
Yeah.
And news has come out that there are now. Uh, oh,
Oh no.
that might be racist. So news has come out that they're going to be region-specific Pokemon. That inherently does not sound new, but these are old Pokemon that are now different based on the region that they start from.
Yeah.
So Executor now suddenly looks like a palm tree, like a giant tall palm tree, and becomes a psychic dragon type.
Is that Executor, like Execute to Executor? Or is that Executor to a new thing?
No. It's so you have your Execute, which are a bunch of broken ass eggs, becomes the Executor, and everywhere else he looks like a dumpy, like a dumpy palm tree. This one looks like a ridiculously tall palm tree with sort of three derpy heads, and then a tail in the back, and it becomes a psychic dragon type, which is pretty cool. Vulpix, the flame fox Pokemon, the 8-tailed and then
9-tails.
The 9-tails, becomes an ice type.
Yeah,
as does Sandshrew and Sandslash.
Yeah.
Which it weirds me out that these two Pokemon are ice-based and they're in Hawaii.
Yeah.
The only ice-based thing you will find in Hawaii is covered in delicious rainbow-flavored syrup. So,
yeah,
I don't understand it, but okay. What I think is cool is that Marowak, the evolution of Cubone, Marowak becomes a fire tosser. Like a fire juggler with the spear of fire instead of a bone, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Meowth turns purple and looks really chill.
Yeah, really laid back.
He's gotten into some dank, if you know what I mean. But, like, I don't know if there's any other major change. I mean, obviously Marowak's going to get some fire-type moves. Some of them are going to get some ice-type moves.
Yeah.
I don't think it inherently breaks the game. Some people are decrying it as not being a clever change.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
I think it's cool. It's whatever.
You know, you're going to get some new Pokemon, and you're also going to get some Pokemon that you've seen before, but that are different.
I mean, it took them 20 years to finally start making palette swaps. I'm not mad. And I think the Raichu... the Psychic Raichu? I think that's pretty cool.
The Psychic Surfing Raichu.
I think Raichu looks awesome. I'm gonna go get a DS now.
So, there we go. The first supporter of Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I was like, Raichu's my boy. And now he's got psychic moves. Are you kidding me? Come on.
You know, I always loved Raichu and Hitmonlee back in the day. They were my boys back in the fanfiction days. The other news is probably not so much news because Pokemon Go is the most popular downloaded game in the world.
Yay.
Did you know? You're probably playing it right now. I don't even know what you're doing, but
I mean, if you have a phone, you probably know.
You know. So Pokemon Go is the most popular game in the world. No shit. But Niantic just eclipsed King as the #1 mobile developer in the world.
That's crazy.
Which is amazing because Niantic released an unfinished video game on a mobile market, and it blew up.
Yeah. I mean, wow. just that really, if anything, speaks to the power of Pokemon, because there are games like Pokemon Go that aren't anywhere near as successful and that are more complete.
Yeah, Niantic has one of their own games that's like that, and it's more complete. But I mean, Pokemon Go came out broken. It came out with issues. They're still working through things. I think it's better now.
It's improving slowly.
It's not good.
But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of over it. But yeah, I don't dislike it. I think I'm just over it.
Yeah. Thanks for existing, Pokemon.
Yeah, this is cool.
Come back when you
I'm gonna play it periodically.
Yeah. I'm bored. I need to do something. Oh look, there's a Charmander.
Yeah. I went from just having the app on as much as I could without getting killed, and to just once I've exhausted other activities, then I'll see what's going on, see if there's anything interesting nearby. That's pretty much what I've got to this point.
Pokemon Go, when twiddling your thumbs just is not an option.
Yeah. Like, the person was like, I'm playing this for 3 weeks straight. Oh my god, I love it. And then now it's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. See what's going on. What's the app out? Nothing's going on. Swipe, close.
There's literally nothing around me but Pidgeys and Rattatas.
Yeah. Maybe a Spearow. Which is just a Spearow, which is just a Pidgey with an attitude.
It's a Pidgey that found out about hair gel and emo bands.
It's a Pidgey with an attitude problem. But that's how it gets introduced in the cartoon. The first episode is like, because I was watching shit on Netflix, right? I'm like, yeah, because I never really watched it when it first came on. I watched maybe a couple episodes. So I started watching on Netflix, and it's like Pidgey, and then, like his Pokedex is telling Ash, he's like, Pidgey, this is a piss easy Pokemon to catch. There's literally no way you can fuck this up. And he's like, awesome, and he fucks it up, and then he sees a Spearow, and he's like, Spearow, not really quite as easy as Pidgey to catch. They're kind of a dick. And he's like, I'll try it. And he fucks it up. And then Pikachu almost gets killed because he fucked it up. And then
which doesn't even make sense. He's
they're
electric type, they're flying type. It would have gone down like that.
Well, what happened is he whooped the first Pidgey with a Thunder Shock, and then that Pidgey wasn't passed out, so he was like, I'm gonna get my boys, and he ran away and got a whole bunch of Pidgeys. But then Pikachu just did a really big Thunder Shock, took him out in a rainstorm.
And then he needed a nap and a feed. It's all focus on their business, and then he messed up Misty's bike and isn't forever and dead.
Yeah.
He never paid off that bike.
He needs some bike money. I'm like, how are they eating? But, we're getting off track. So, in other news, Hideaki Itsuno, who you probably don't know, from Capcom, a producer at Capcom, and the much beloved Rival Schools series, is saying that maybe we'll get a Rival Schools project. He said, Project Justice, the group, that's the name of the team. Project Justice recently said, if you want another Rival Schools game, tweet about it with the hashtag Rival Schools 3. And meanwhile, the Get Mega Man Off the Moon folks and Mother 3 crowds are screaming, it doesn't work, you Nimrods! It's a trick!
I can appreciate wanting to be like, Capcom, look, we want this. We really want this. That doesn't work.
It doesn't.
That doesn't work. The only way you can make things talk is by using your hard-earned dollars. But unfortunately, you can't get Rival Schools or the sequel anywhere. Rival Schools complete in box used is like $70.
Because you can't find it.
Project Justice in its box is like $80.
Have they even put it on the PlayStation Store or anything?
Nope.
Yeah, you can't get it anywhere.
You
because
literally can't.
Once it's on the PlayStation Store, then you more or less pretty much crater the resale market. But the prices on the resale market are still way up. So it's like,
so
what are you gonna do?
Thanks.
And with Capcom, that shit don't work. Like they can barely be ours to make games in the first place. they just don't have any cash flow, and they just are barely making games right now. Well, it doesn't matter what we do, really.
Yeah. At least they had Tiffany in the background of the new stage in the Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's nice.
There we go.
Thanks, guys.
Hashtag.
So, you know, a game company that doesn't have the initiative to capitalize on its own properties just can't be reasoned with. In other words, you know, what they're gonna do, Capcom's gonna do what Capcom's gonna do, and just try to support the good stuff and ignore the bad stuff. I guess I don't know. There's not a whole lot you can really do about it. Let's stay on track.
What's up next?
THQ is back.
What? THQ is back?
THQ is back. Sorta, kinda, not really. Nordic Games, which bought up the majority of THQ's licenses after they folded, has decided to rebrand itself as THQ Nordic. I'm not really sure what the strategic move is there. If they want the brand recognition, considering THQ closed and put out a lot of bad games. But good luck having your name associated with the guys who put Finding Nemo on GameCube. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, they did those crappy Power Ranger games.
Oh, they did. Oh, Jesus. I mean, they also did Saints Row, but the developers that made that,
they moved on.
They were bought by Deep Silver.
Yeah.
So Saints Row isn't even going to be under the THQ banner anymore. I think they have like Darksiders.
I don't know.
And that's it.
I don't know what they were making before they folded. That mattered. They had wrestling games for a while, but
2K got the
2K
license. So, and they got the teams for that too. So,
yeah.
Good luck, THQ Nordic. I'm sure you'll do something.
I'm gonna have to look up, see what licenses they got. Let's run that on the screen real quick.
You mean like somewhere right here?
Yeah, somewhere right here.
It's like a ticker tape?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. There, I mean, that's a good one.
Okay.
That sounds cool.
Alright, cool.
You remember when Atari did this in like the early 2000s? Where it was like Infogrames bought everything that was Atari, including the name, and rebranded itself as Atari, and everyone was like, Atari's back! And then it shuttered again because Infogrames.
Yeah. Because it was ass.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So. Anyway.
Well, you know, in the meantime, while we're waiting on THQ Nordic to make some games, some fans have made some games.
Fan-made games, sorry.
Fans has made this game.
Fans made games.
Pokemon Uranium, after 9 years of development, was finally 9 years. That is almost as much time as it took Duke Nukem Forever to come out.
Wow.
But Pokemon Uranium and AM2R, the Metroid 2 remake, have been released to the public. And they were immediately smacked by takedown notices from Nintendo. The funny thing is, all those Mother 3 fans translated English patches are still up. And I think that's because there's a Metroid game coming out in a month. And, you know, Pokemon games are coming out soon, which means that Nintendo cares about things it's still making games for.
Yeah, Pokemon's always coming out, so you can't fuck with that. And my thing, like, with this stuff is people want to be like, you know, freedom, creativity, or whatever, and I'm like, you can't fuck with people's licenses, especially on properties that are actively being, you know, capitalized on. You can't. Well, don't waste your time.
You know what the sad
part is?
Don't waste your time. I downloaded AM2R before it disappeared off the internet. Because everything completely disappears off the internet 100%. I downloaded it and I was like, wow, this is a really good, it's a remake of Metroid 2 that's done in the later Super Metroid style. Great game. And I sat there and thought, you know, if he just changed the character and changed some of the designs of the enemies, he could sell this, and it would be rolling in it. A Metroid-style Metroid game.
I'm like, why don't you just reskin it? People are willing to pay for Metroidvania-type games.
Yeah.
People will love that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like don't waste your talent and your creativity just making, rebuilding a property you don't even own, because all your work's gonna get thrown in the garbage with a cease and desist letter. You know, the minute you put it live.
And boy, how'd he did it.
Yeah.
The nice thing is the creator was like, please, he told people, he's like, don't get mad at Nintendo. They're just protecting their property. It's totally understandable. Please don't get mad. Huh.
Yeah.
The fact that the creator is saying that,
right?
I mean, he's just a darn good sport.
Seriously.
And also knows that once it's out on the internet, it's out there forever.
It's out there. Can't stop the signal.
Just look for the AM2REXE. Don't download it.
Yeah, if you're watching this and there's a classic game or something or a comic or movie that you really love, it means so much to you and you want to see a vision of it realized, just take a deep breath and give up. Fuck. Because they're gonna shut it down. Sooner or later. Even whether you finish it or not, they're gonna shut you down.
Yeah.
Don't waste your talent on someone else's properties unless they're paying you to do it. You know, then you're not wasting it. You're getting paid.
I will say that there is only one situation where this ever worked out for anyone. Christian Whitehead developed a lot of Sonic fan games back in the day under the name The Taxman. He's the one that made Sonic 1 and 2 on mobile phones and Sonic CD, and now he's making Sonic Mania.
Cool.
All of which were made by Sega. So,
awesome.
Fan games can be a foothold into the industry, but boy howdy, is it super, super rare.
The risk-reward ratio is so lopsided. I mean, you have to be emotionally prepared to be shut down at any minute.
Just remember, Kanye started doing fan music remixes for a fan remix of Mario World.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Hey.
He started from the bottom. The very bottom.
5 beats a day for 3 summers. Moving on, we have some Nintendo news, and that more Nintendo Select titles have been announced. Huzzah!
Which means that every title I'm going to mention is 20 American dollars. Not Canadian dollars, not Australian dollars, American.
If it was 20 Australian dollars, it'd be like 2 of our dollars. So.
Yeah, maybe 50 cents. So, Nintendogs and Cats, all the different versions on the 3DS, $20 was $40. That was a launch title for the 3DS, and it was $40 since the launch of the 3DS.
Cool.
So that's come down in price. That's nice. Animal Crossing New Leaf, a mere $20. Lego City Undercover: The Chase Begins, which is a prequel to the Wii game Lego City Undercover, $20. Tomodachi Life, which is a weird game that I kind of sort of reviewed once back in the day.
I remember that game.
Such a weird game.
Wasn't there a whole bunch of controversy about it with being able to be gay or something?
Yeah, because you can't.
Because you
can't have gay marriage unless you sneak.
You should work the system.
You can work the system. I don't know. $20. That's the right price for that game. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, also known as Luigi's Mansion 2 everywhere else in the world. Fantastic game, $20. Meanwhile, on the Wii U side, Nintendo Land. I guess in case you bought a Wii U and it didn't have the pack-in game, you now can get Nintendo Land for $20 instead of $30.
Huzzah!
Lego City Undercover is a $50 game, came out right when the Wii U came out. It's been out of print for a while, but it's a great game. I mean, the folks at Telltale know how to make their Lego games, and this had a huge city. And it had Nintendo's development as well, so there were extra bonus Nintendo-y concepts and costumes in there.
Neat.
Well, guess what? Now it's $20. You can get it and the prequel for a whole $40. And finally, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD is a $50 game. Not anymore. $20.
Nice.
Obviously, the standouts here are going to be Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, which is, I mean, anytime you can play Wind Waker, play Wind Waker. It's a great game. And then Animal Crossing New Leaf, which I think is the best Animal Crossing game, period.
Yeah.
And they're still supporting the game. they're going to be adding amiibo support in an upcoming patch where you tap down the amiibo and you get new things for your house and new decorations and new neighbors that are based on those amiibo.
That's
like
weird.
If you have the Squid Sisters from Splatoon, you'll get a couple of otters that are dressed like. That's so cool, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited that it's a mere $20 now.
Good deal. Good deal.
And you know what? I would say that each and every one of those games is worth their full price.
Alright, so there's... I was actually reading up on this earlier this week. This is embarrassing. There's a $130 version of Battlefield 1 Collector's Edition coming out on Amazon.com, and it doesn't even have the game with it. So it's just like accessory collector's edition stuff with no game. It doesn't include the game. Mirror's Edge did this recently, and those things are still gathering dust on store shelves. Holy shit, I kid you not, Amazon is upselling a $190 version that includes the game. Basically, the $60 game plus $130 for the collector shit.
Oh my god.
And a $210 version that includes the deluxe edition. Jesus tap dancing Christ. This is embarrassing. Like, are you kidding me?
I was embarrassed when Mirror's Edge did this on behalf of EA. And then they're doing it again. And here's the thing that I guess confuses me the most. They're doing it again, which means that the first time they did it, they must have had some sort of measured success.
Right.
Who the fuck bought all the collector's editions of Mirror's Edge to make them say,
this is a good plan.
Let's do this again. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it on the #1 internet-based shop. And we're going to charge $130 motherfucking dollars. No digital code, no nothing. We're not going to get near it. We're just going to have statues and books and shit. What?
Why? Where's the game? Why is there $130 anything with no game in it?
That is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Oh, I actually can feel a migraine forming.
That is...
just from how stupid that is.
That is egregiously stupid.
That is bold and daring.
Wow. Balls of Steel, EA.
Balls of Steel. I think we need to get the sound clip of Duke Nukem.
Run it!
I've got balls of steel.
In other news, moving on. Fucking serious, God. Moving on.
We have a new section. We have a new section to the show.
We have a new section.
We're not going to make a head.
What is it?
It's called the Remaster Report.
Remaster Report.
So many games are getting remasters on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I would love it if we actually had graphics that made those sounds. So there's two sets of games from two different developers. Let's talk about them.
Alright.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2.
Marvel, baby.
Everybody loves Marvel. I am a fan of both of these games when they first came out.
Yeah, they're dope.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 came out recently, featuring a hefty price tag of $40 per game, or a $60 bundle for both.
They obviously want you to buy both.
They want you to buy both. So the problem with that,
I've sold things. I know how this works.
Yeah, I mean, right now you can get the complete edition of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 on the Xbox 360. It has all the DLC and whatnot on it for like $40 or $50 on the back market. It's a pretty expensive game, despite being so old. You know, over a decade old at this point.
Yeah.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, I mean, the DLC has been gone off the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Store ever since the licensing deal fell out. Well, now that Disney Interactive is no longer participating in this, they were like, hey, let's re-release this game with Activision.
Yeah.
And oh, did they screw this up. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 has all the DLC, all the characters, all that left in. It's great. It's a good port. It's stable. It's running. It's doing its thing. The problem is that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 is missing all of its DLC content and its characters that are present in past versions. And the PC port was total garbage. with controller issues, like you can't map to buttons to a controller, and constantly crashing, which is also an issue on some of the consoles. That's not good. That's pretty bad. What's amazing, though, is that Activision released a patch within a week to help support controllers and frame rate issues on the PC version. And then the head of the Disney Interactive section now, for what it is, said, we are going to create a patch, it's going to be free, and it's going to fix it so that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 has all the characters, all the DLC included.
Good for them.
I have to say, this is the most generous Activision has been in years.
Right.
Especially since they're going to be able to ship this thing. I mean, I am impressed. Good on them. Good on them. That's how businesses should be. We have another set of games, this time from Capcom. And I'm actually kind of excited about these. It's the Dead Rising series.
Yay.
Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2, and Dead Rising 2 Off the Record are being released September 13th. And they're being released for $20 each.
Whoa.
Or $50 as a triple pack. So you can save a little money.
Because I want you to buy the triple pack.
They want you to buy the triple pack. Unfortunately, Capcom did confirm that the Xbox 360 exclusive DLC, Case Zero, which was a prequel to Dead Rising 2, and Case West, which is an epilogue to the game, they're not included here, and they are not going to be released at any point. Which is a damn shame, because that little extra room, that would have made the triple pack steep. But as it stands, you know, maybe get Dead Rising 1, because that's a great game. And Off the Record, because Off the Record is honestly an expanded version of Dead Rising 2, where you play as Frank West instead of the other guy. It's not that I forgot his name, it's that everyone forgets his name. It's the other guy.
What's his face?
Not Frank West.
Yeah.
He's covered Wars. Unfortunately, I think that we do have to report some sad news, tangentially related, but with all
this just came up today, so we gotta pay our respects. Rest in peace to Kenny Baker, the guy who played R2-D2. He was 83.
Yeah, I mean, when you read about all the things that he went through to play as R2-D2, I mean, you hear some horror stories and whatnot, but he was like, no, I love doing it. I will keep on doing it as long as I can.
Yeah.
He made so many guest appearances as R2-D2 uncredited.
Yeah.
I mean, everything from the Star Wars Holiday Special to the Muppet Show to Sesame Street to everything. Yet he was the man inside the can.
Yeah, that always blew me away that there was someone in there.
Yeah.
Running that thing. That always was like, what? Are you serious?
Like, you know, because you sit there and think, it's got to be
remote
control, and it wasn't. It was a man inside there, a man who acted, and you know, he had plenty of other acting jobs as well. Just an incredible guy doing stuff that affected each and every one of us.
Yeah.
And while he wasn't R2-D2 in the new Star Wars movie, he still got credit for it.
Yeah,
and
he earned it.
He earned it. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace.
May the force be with you. Free time.
I got a gamer.
You got a gamer, bro. It'll be
Ghostbusters for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It retails for $50 fucking.
Oh, that would sound good.
I want you, if you can, shits and giggles. You know the No Cat?
Yeah.
Run No Cat. No. No. Look, I want to make sure that we understand that this has nothing to do with various controversies and whatnot, because I am tired of that bullshit argument. I am looking at this game based on the merit of what it is. And what it is really bad. Normally, you would see me hold up the case to the game. I'd be like, here's Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Wait, we saw the movie, though.
We saw the movie.
We dug the hell out of the movie.
We liked the movie. The movie was good.
Right on.
The movie was funny. Actresses were great. There was an actual villain, and he had an arc. I mean, it was good. That's something that other Ghostbusters films didn't have.
They didn't completely skip the second act, which is sadly something you have to mention with movies lately.
Yeah, weird. But this was good. It was a good movie. So let's make sure that that's understood. It was good. It wasn't the second coming of Christ, and it also wasn't the onslaught of Damien. We liked it. I went into Ghostbusters, the video game, knowing what it was, but not prepared for what it is. Let me get the visuals out of the way, because that's probably one of the first things you'll notice, and that it looks like a high-end PlayStation 2 game. Maybe an early Xbox 360 game. Maybe. The animations for the characters are serviceable in that they move and they appear to be interacting with an environment.
God.
What the game is, however, is an isometric twin-stick shooter. So, think if Crystal Castles had guns, and that's the game.
Oh, man.
And here's the thing. The voice acting is bad. Despite having some of the best upcoming actors on it. Like Joshua Tomar, who I've seen his career start from Newgrounds, and they got animation. They got people on this, and they literally phoned it in. There is a cutscene, a CGI cutscene in the beginning of the game, and then everything else is told through comic book style panels, except there's only two.
Okay.
The person that hires you, and then the Ghostbuster that's talking. Now, as a twin-stick shooter, it does allow you to switch between weapons. Every Ghostbuster has a grenade that does their own different effect. Each one has the classic proton pack, and then each one has their own weapon, like an ecto Gatling gun. Which, I mean, concept, that's cool. I like that. I mean, all right. I've said weapons here, and I've said Ghostbusters, but I haven't said names. Because they don't have names. They didn't give any of the characters names. You have tall, thin black girl, short, thin white girl, guy that looks like Chris Hemsworth but is not Chris Hemsworth, and then big bearded guy. And they don't really have personalities or characters. Although, one early on, you find out that this is the same universe as the Ghostbusters from the 2016 movie. Because these are the reserve Ghostbusters. The real Ghostbusters are out in Washington, D.C., handling the ghost of John Wilkes Booth. And I sit there, and like when I first saw it in the game, I was like, that's cool as shit. Why am I not playing as those characters in that scenario?
Wow.
So you're in New York City, and you go to 5 different maps to capture ghosts. 5. And, does that sound short to you, as far as games go, just having 5 maps?
A little bit.
Ha! The game's a grind fest!
Oh no.
There are RPG elements with skill points that you must use to upgrade your characters, such as movement speed, or to reduce the heat on proton packs to stop them from burning out after repeated use. And you can only do it after earning enough points, which is only possible by replaying levels multiple times. Oh, God. speaking of multi, there's multiplayer. Local co-op only. There's no online. There's not online going to be patched into this, by the way. It's a local co-op. I don't inherently have a problem with couch co-op, but good luck finding and keeping 3 friends that are going to play this with you and then still call you friend afterwards. Because it's not good. The gameplay is really dull and repetitive, and it's just a slog to play through. You don't use traps to capture ghosts except for the big boss ghost. You are literally just shooting at things twin stick style. You're moving with the left stick and you're aiming with the right stick.
Yeah,
and then
really
firing your weapon with the triggers. That's it.
It's just a Ghostbusters skin.
It's a Ghostbusters skin on what is otherwise Smash TV.
Yeah.
Only it's not as fun as Smash TV.
Only not fun and addictive as Smash TV.
I think the greatest insult is the fact this game wasn't released at $10. This seems like a $10 download.
Right. You might even be not mad at it. If it was
I might not be. I might not be. But Activision had the fucking gall to release it at $50 fucking in its current state. Because it's not finished. There's a cheat code menu in the game where you put in a 4-digit code, but get this. The developers never released any of these codes, so it's a menu that does fucking nothing. And it never will. Because Fireforge Games, 3 days after the game release, they shuttered.
Wow.
They completely shuttered. I tried to find out information on Fireforge Games. Their Twitter hadn't been posted on in months. Their Facebook page was down. Their website was down. I tried to do my due diligence as a fucking journalist to get information. I called up Activision. I went through several channels with Activision to try to get information about this company that they worked with. And I couldn't get anything. Wow. About a week after I gave up my hunt, Kotaku posted that Fireforge Games had been dissolved 3 days after the game was released. Wow. And I was like, you sons of bitches. I've been working on this for ages, and then you guys. I digress. The game's deployed. And you want to know how bad it is? I returned it to the store. Wow. I want to make this perfectly fucking clear. I didn't trade it in. Like, I didn't get trade credit. I returned it for face value because it's unplayable. It's not fun. It's a bad game. It has ridiculously long load times for something that strikes me as being able to boot up on your phone in an instant.
Unacceptable!
Yeah. It should, but it can't. I got my money back, and I promptly spent it on $50 worth of LEGO Dimensions figures. Which, by the way, the LEGO Dimensions Ghostbusters level is a better fucking Ghostbusters video game than this piece of shit.
Oh, man.
Like...
That's so bad.
With that said, this game has earned the first ever a Zenny saved Golden Not Even for a Penny award. Congratulations, Ghostbusters, for the PS4 and Xbox One. You somehow make everything about Ghostbusters worse by being associated with it. I hated this game. Not even for a penny. I don't care if you see it available on sale. I saw that some retail outlets were selling it for $40 right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Don't buy this game. If you are gifted this game, use it as a coaster. Because you're not going to get jack for it in trade value. Or at least I hope you have a gift receipt so you can go get something fun.
Yeah. And you can't do worse.
You really can't do worse. This is in the same echelon as a rare breed of games. Games that are just so bad that you don't understand how they got published the way they were.
Yeah. You feel embarrassed for the game.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even embarrassed. I'm just mad. I'm mad and I'm disappointed.
Better games have been canceled.
Better games have been canceled. Hell, Mighty Number 9 is worth more of your time than this. And even that, I said that it's $15 right now. You should wait for it to be on sale for 10. I'm just saying. I've exuded the poop from my body. So last week we offered a giveaway.
Yeah.
And nobody commented on the video. So that book, we still got that book. It's a beautiful art book.
Where is it? It's over here, I think.
Look at this. Look at this beautiful art book. Don't you all want it? Are there any cosplayers out there that want to learn how to make dragons? Maybe you want to be this. Maybe you want to be this screaming mini troll. This little guy. I look at this picture and I imagine him going, "Ah!" Ah! So we also have a video game limited edition. It's right over there.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's the Mega Man Legacy Collection on the 3DS.
I think we got a comment on this. We might have to send this one out.
We might have to send this one out. But look at that. It's got a little Mega Man's. It's a video game. There's some postcards in there.
Yeah. Reflection of the screen is all over.
We're gonna have to get a set at some point, but not today. The point is, we got these things, and we want to give them away. No, I remember the comment didn't follow through because he didn't actually post what he was supposed to post.
Oh yeah, he messed up.
So he messed it up. So
we still got Mega Man up.
We still got a sealed Mega Man, and we still got this lovely Odin Sphere book. So here's the writing prompt for today. You gotta like the video. Hopefully you will subscribe as well, because it's necessary. You like, you comment, you subscribe. The comment this time. What is the absolute worst game that you paid full price for? I want to know because I don't want to be hurting by myself here. I am so done with the hurting.